and fans of the podcast. Today we take a step outside of the norm and we have an interview with the very famous Dutch band, the Rabid Birds. Actually, it's with the band's frontman. His name is Chuck Chizilowitz. Today's episode is going to be a ton of fun. We have the one and only Chuck Chizilowitz with us. He is the frontman, the songwriter, and the brains behind the amazing Dutch band, the Rabid Birds. Chuck, welcome to the show. It is truly an honor.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. So let's get just get started into the interview. Chuck, it's 2021. The pandemic is heavy upon us. How have you been dealing with it these days?
Listen, Arty, I try to be okay, but there are days that pass by that I'm not, I'm not, you know,
Okay.
I'm not.
Did I'm sorry. Were you gonna say something?
No.
Okay. So
Something funny?
no. I'm just. Why? Why do you ask that?
'Cause you laughed after something I said, and then you kind of let out like a little laugh, like you were laughing at me.
No.
I don't know. It's just a little confusing. That's all.
No. I wasn't laughing at you, Chuck. I grew up listening to your music. I idolized you, and I'll never forget the release of the song Twin Beaks. In fact, that was the introduction. Maybe the friends and the fans of the podcast don't realize it, but the intro to the podcast today was your first single released in the United States,
Mm-hmm.
Twin Beaks. And
Yeah.
wow, was that a masterpiece?
You see right there.
What?
I thought you chuckled when you said masterpiece.
No,
Maybe
no.
I could just be losing my mind. I don't know.
No,
Yeah,
come on.
there are times that like when there's a I don't. Well,
Hey, Chuck, listen. I understand. Hey, no, there's no problem. No issues here. Okay. I'm glad to see you doing well these days, Chuck. And I wanted to just carry on with the interview and just ask you a question about your music. This is actually something that I ask all of my guests, and the answers are always very interesting.
Interesting.
Yeah, interesting in a good way. But let me ask the question because I'm really curious. I wanted to ask you this question.
No.
What is your main inspiration for writing music? So you want to write a song,
No.
or what inspires you, I should say? What makes you want to write music?
Pen and paper.
Okay.
Yeah. So I take my ideas
Mhm.
and then I put them. I write like if I have a good pen, like a number 2 pencil, then I'll put the idea on the paper, and it just usually it goes on from there.
Yeah. I mean, I agree. Good stationery goes a long way when you're writing music. But I was curious.
Pen and paper.
Yeah. I mean, is there some type of main inspiration? Like you sit down and, I mean, why do you
Pen and paper.
write music?
Pen.
Why do you, what makes you write music?
Well, it reminds me of a time where I was younger. I must have been, like a toddler or,
Right.
in my early 30s or something. And my dad would always make me sing when we were playing on the farm or like working on the farm. But I gotta be really honest with you. I really did not like the high amount of raccoons that were on the farm. They were very passive, like they were very passive aggressive, and I don't think raccoons should be that way. Right?
Yeah.
Right,
No,
right.
hey, don't tell me about raccoons. You should see where I live. My wife and I.
Oh, so don't tell you about raccoons. You asked me. You literally said, "How are the raccoons?"
Uh,
So now,
No.
Now you're mad that I told you?
No, let's just get something clear, Chuck. I'm sorry.
Oh, he's laughing again.
I'm sorry.
The heck is
I
this?
asked you about the inspiration for your songwriting. I think the
Yeah, right.
the little the little bit about the raccoons
Oh, now it's just a little
is
bit.
something that you added. But my main question was about your inspiration for writing music.
Raccoons!
Okay.
Raccoons! But I will tell you right now, none of it matters. None of it matters.
All right, so let's just agree that raccoons are your main inspiration
agree
for
to
writing
disagree.
music. Now, let's just move on to the next question. I think that this is something that the listeners of the podcast have been dying to know. Okay, so you play multiple instruments on your music videos. By the way, fans and friends of the podcast, check out the Rabid Birds YouTube channel. It's got tons of great material. So now I ask you, Chuck, it's time to write music, okay? You want to write a song. Which instrument do you grab? The guitar, the piano, the trumpet? What instrument do you grab?
Well, first of all, thank you for the question. That was a
Anytime.
very thoughtful question. I like the flute.
Oh,
I saw a movie last week with my wife, and it had the flute in it. And, well, I mean, it's a good instrument. Makes me happy.
yeah, it's a nice instrument. I'm curious though. I didn't know that you actually played the flute.
Well, I know. I just.
All right, Chuck, just let me ask the question again. It's okay.
Don't treat me like an idiot. I know what you're doing.
No, I'm just trying to get through the interview. Actually,
Oh, so I'm making it hard for you?
I mean, you're not making it easy. Okay, let's. You know what?
Sure. My God.
Let's do this. Let
I
me
don't-
ask the question this way. You want to write a song. Which instrument that you know how to play do you grab first?
None.
Okay. Man, I'm getting a little confused here. So you
Well,
don't use an instrument at all when you write music?
None.
What's your process?
I use the piano.
Well,
I just don't grab it. You ask me what instrument I grab.
okay. Well, the
I
reason.
sit down and I play the piano.
Okay, that's.
Well,
I'm
the-
sorry. I guess the way the question was posed was a little
d-
off. You know what? My bad.
Well, it's rude to grab people. Do you just go around grabbing people?
All right, let's go to
I-
the last
Am I
question.
missing something?
This is actually a listener question from fan of the podcast, Mary Ann Bebo. She writes in and she asks this. Hello, Chuck. My nephew is a fan of your band. Or maybe some other band with a similar name. I'm not 100%. But at any rate, I have a question regarding the name of your band. Mammals are the type of animal that can get rabies. Birds are not mammals. Oh boy. So is there a reason why you named the band the Rabid Birds, even though birds can't catch rabies?
All right, I just
Wow,
need-
Mary Ann, you really were specific in that question.
All right, let me just.
All right, Chuck, would you like to respond to Mary Ann's question?
I'm gonna.
Beth, can we get some water over here?
I'm,
Like now. Just bring the water. All right, Chuck, listen. You don't have to answer that question. There are a lot of band names out there that don't necessarily, that
No,
don't
I thi-
need explanation. I think what Mary
I'm
Ann was
gonna
just
go ahead.
asking is.
let me try to answer.
Okay, go
Yeah.
ahead. You can answer the question.
No, I think I should answer. I have a very clear answer. All right,
Okay.
very clear.
No.
If-
Hey.
In the bird world.
Yep. In the bird
when
world.
yeah, this under close examination, if rabies, if it when there is a if you take this
Okay, so Chuck,
when there's a rabid bird and
Chuck, okay, stop. Listen, don't answer the question. All right, there are a lot of band names that don't make sense.
What?
Don't feel bad.
whoa,
you know?
hold on a second.
Okay.
Now you just hold on a second. Why are you saying my band name doesn't make sense?
So a complete sentence after. So now,
What?
at the end of the interview, now you choose the time to become lucid.
I don't like your tone.
Oh,
This whole
sorry.
interview, you have treated me like an idiot, and I don't appreciate it.
Were you here the last 10 minutes?
Are you
I
screaming?
mean, I don't think I'm off base by saying, well, you were somewhere else. You certainly weren't here.
You know what? You can
What?
laugh at me all you want. You are rude, and this interview is over right now.
Over? Chuck, the stupid interview never started. I couldn't. You know what? Thank you, Chuck Chizilowitz, for being our guest on today's episode of B Sharp and C. I hope the fans are happy that you made this appearance. You certainly cleared up a lot of questions with your excellent and very articulate speech. Thank you so much. Anyways, I'm going to take you out on a song that is from their second studio album. It is called The Beak of Dreams. All right, until next time, this is your host, Arty saying keep it groovy.